Okay, well, it was a good day, I thought. Mostly scout work. Got a little 1 minute drill, offense versus defense. Got some good kicking work today. Um, I'm glad we got another day, one more day, just to hone the plan in our minds and get it to where we can execute. But it was a pretty good day.
Y'all blaring the noise again out there today.
Yeah, we were doing as much as we could, as loud as we could with the equipment we have. It's nothing like, going to our stadium and doing it. And I don't think we'll go there tomorrow, but who knows? We may change our minds. But right now, we're not planning on doing that. I mean, it's loud enough to make you work at it and focus, but it's not quite as loud as it is going to be there. So I don't know if that's good simulation or not.
Players ever ask you to stop playing Sandstorm or stop playing Rocky Top Runs that week?
No, they know the deal.
I guess I don't know the travel routine for South Carolina. Will you guys bus in that day, or do y'all just stay somewhere out there? Or what's
Yeah, we always go the day before. We'll do some work here. We'll have a nice meal here. We'll do some work here, meetings, walkthroughs, things like that. Get on the bus, get over there, get settled in our room, have a meal. I'll talk with the young men, and then our coaches will take them again, offense and defensively. And then there's a devotional if they choose to go to it, kind of player only, with our team chaplain, Thomas Settles. And then they go to their rooms. And then we have lights out, usually around 11 o'clock. And then we'll get up. Breakfast will be mandatory. And we'll have a few more special teams walkthroughs, things of that nature. And then pregame meal, usually about 4 hours before the kick. And we get to the stadium about 2 hours before the kick.
Speaking of that, I mean, will there be any kind of dog walk for the fans that do make the trip up there, if y'all even take that into consideration?
Well, that would be nice. But, what happens is they know. It seems like no matter where we go, they know where we're going to be dropped off at, and our fans are there. So it kind of happens naturally.
What did you think of the job Theus did, left tackle, first game?
Not bad.
Going forward?
Not bad. He. I think the whole line had a pretty good day, but he did well. It's just football's a game where you truly do get better, you get worse as you go, and I think he's putting in the work to continue to improve. And then every week's a different challenge. You might have a guy that's just a jet coming off the edge that you may handle well, and then the next day you might have a guy that just is a big bull rusher, and you don't do as well against that guy. Sometimes the matchups can make a difference too, but he's working hard.
Mark, you talked about obviously there's a lot of pats on the back after that first game,
Yeah.
a lot of national attention. And from what you gather of the team, do you feel like they're where they should be when it comes to that sort of thing?
I hope so. I think our coaches are. I know our coaches are very demanding, and I don't think they could get away with at least looking or acting or performing like they're complacent on the practice field. I don't know what goes through their mind when they're not with us, but they'd have a hard time being complacent with the demanding staff we got right now.
Coach, can you talk about what you've seen out of Mike Thornton, not just in these past couple months, but
Yeah.
really the whole time he's been here?
Yeah, Mike's been a guy who's been working like mad to get an opportunity like he has now, and I'm happy for him. I'm glad he's getting playing time. I'm glad he's being able to be productive enough to feel like he can lead, and he does have some good leadership skills. He's like everybody else trying to get better, but he's probably enjoying this season more than any since he's been here, I would think.
Chris Mason was not able to play in that first game. Is he at the point where you make him be able to contribute Saturday?
Yeah, he'll be there, and usually whoever travels, we try to get most of all of them in the game. So I don't want to try to guarantee something in the paper and have them say, well, Coach Richt said this or that, but he'll be ready to go though.
You mentioned the other day that you thought the subbing helped Ramik, among other people, in terms of being fresher. Was there an effort? Ramik's a guy, obviously got all those postseason accolades, went to Hoover's, defense's rep for the media days and everything. Was there an effort, though, in preseason to make sure he didn't buy in too much to his own headlines?
Well, what happened to him really is he just missed a lot of days of prep. And I don't care who you are, if you don't work, it's hard to get better. I mean, and so we were, concerned about his conditioning. We were concerned about just how sharp he was. And then until he got closer to being where we wanted to, we weren't really comfortable saying he was going to be the starter. And, but, and I still think he can continue to get in better condition. And, I mean, I don't know how much that missing that time in camp is going to affect him for the rest of the year, but it slowed him down for sure.
You mentioned Chris Mays was traveling. What about Tremel Terry? He's a South Carolina guy. I know he's trying to work his way.
Yeah, Tremel will be on the trip.
He's a couple weeks in between games to give you more practice time and some of these guys a chance to, I don't know how solid you are with your rotations everywhere, but is it, I don't know if you want to talk about anyone that might have impressed you in the last week and a half.
I don't know if there's any one guy that stood out that I'm saying all of a sudden he's going to be playing. I will say that Devin Gillespie has done such a great job on our special teams as a scout teamer that he's starting to get some reps on our units, and he'll be on the travel squad.
Todd said yesterday that he'll be doing kick returns and then kind of we'll see. Is that kind of the philosophy, or do you think he'll be the guy all year as long as he's doing what he's doing?
I don't know. If he stays that productive, it'd be hard not to keep him back there. But if he's that productive and you keep him back there, a lot of people may choose not to kick it to him. So you may get good field position because of the strategy of not kicking it deep. So we'll just see how it goes.
I was interested, yesterday you said Todd Gurley was the captain representing the special teams, not the offense. Was that a surprise to you that he was voted on that side of the ball as opposed to offense, or how did that come about?
Well, the coaches vote, so it wasn't a surprise. But our players vote at the end of the year for the permanent captain. So we have a representative from offense, defense, and kicking, and I always ask the staff, I ask Jeremy and the defensive staff who is captain material, based on the last performance of the last game. And they called out Thornton and Marlowe, and then Bobo called out Andrews and Gurley for offense. And then when we came to special teams, there wasn't one guy that just stood out in that area. The guys that are the runners and tacklers and cover guys and all that. So Todd had a huge play on special teams, so we made him the special teams captain.
At the receiver position, I know you talk about Hegedus might contribute this week. Where is that exactly for him?
He's been practicing. He's been learning. I don't know if he's got it all down yet. I think he's. I wouldn't say he's totally comfortable there, but I would think that he can give us some help. But he's not ready to just fly yet, in my opinion. I mean, he'll probably get some reps to spell some guys, and then if he gets comfortable fast, who knows? But he's still learning what to do.
So Isaiah McKenzie ready to play a little bigger role in the receiving?
Trying to. Every with young guys like that, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks can make a huge difference. Getting a lot of reps and then kind of understanding how big of a deal it is to be prepared, because a lot of them they just don't get it until they don't get any playing time and they're wondering what happened, and they realize coaches are serious about knowing what to do and knowing how to do it, and I see a very focused young man right now trying to earn playing time. So I'm sure he'll continue to get some work. He'll continue to play.
As far as the punt return goes,
He's still. I see a very serious attitude towards that. Because I think, if you read all the things that were going on in the summer, and I mentioned, that he's got a lot of ability as a punt return man, and even a kickoff man and a kickoff return man. You know, he's probably thinking maybe this is my job, you know, and but I did tell him very early in camp. I said I'm going to base this on who secures the ball the best, who can field the ball and secure the ball the best, and so until he proves to me in practice he's solid as a rock, then hopefully he'll get more chances in the game.
Last week, Jeremy Pruitt told us that Shadow Fintig just wasn't ready to play in the Clemson game. He missed a lot of camp from, I think, a shoulder injury.
Mm-hmm.
Of the week and a half, has he shown any improvements or any advances?
Shadow is he's worked hard, but his shoulder is an issue. That's the biggest issue right now. I mean, if he was 100% healthy, would he be playing or starting and all that? I wouldn't say that, but I'd say it's keeping him from being in position to do that.
Is he gonna make the trip?
I don't remember off the top of my head. And I shouldn't be telling you guys all this because I don't think we posted the chart yet. So, I mean, you guys do what you want. It'll be fine, but I got to remember in the future. I usually don't say who's traveling. So I won't tell you all anymore because I think we don't. I mean, I don't like to say it publicly before I post it because you know kids are always watching to see who's on it and all that type of thing. So, and then sometimes there's last minute changes too that happen. Guy might get hurt, and then even you know something could happen tomorrow, or somebody. You know, there's a lot of reasons why you know that chart could change at the last minute. So I won't do that in the future. That might have been a first for me. I slipped. Anybody else? All right. See you guys. Wow, look at that. I think I just sweated all over that.